Today we're going to be rebuilding a Sigma Eurotherm shower control. We're going to be replacing the temperature control valve, which is the center cross knob. We're going to be replacing the top on off, which is the little lever you see on the top. That's for one shower head. The bottom lever is for a second shower head on a different wall of the shower. This one was leaking, and as long as we were doing the top quarter turn ceramic on-off valve, we decided to also do the temperature control cartridge at the same time. Just some simple hand tools, Allen keys, adjustable wrench, 11/16 socket, and the channel locks. And there you'll see the Allen keys and partial disassembly. And we went step by step here, and I'll talk you through it. It's pretty simple. It took about 40 minutes. Here I'm taking off the little knob at the end of the shaft for the lever. There's just one little knob. You take it off with your fingers. Or if you have to use a wrench, you got to be really careful you don't scratch it. The next thing you take off is that plastic, is the cross handle, and that's taken off with an Allen key. Then that plastic piece comes off. Then the plastic piece with the numbers on it, you don't have to remove, but you'll see in that picture there that the levers are off, the center cross handle is off. And now another Allen key right there, and that piece will come off. It's locked on with that Allen key. And underneath that, you're going to use your adjustable wrench on the flats of this nut, and counterclockwise, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, counterclockwise. That's going to come off, and once that's off, you can take that whole cover plate. It will just come off. You may have to give it a little tap because it might be stuck on the wall with some silicone or some soap scum or something like that. If it was silicone, maybe you run a putty knife around it or something, but this one just had a little soap scum. I had to wrap it a couple times with my knuckle, and it came right off. Then there's going to be like a square shaft in that hole. You pull that straight out. No tools needed to remove that. And we're getting close to taking this cover off the wall here. You'll see in the next shot coming up here, it's ready to lift that cover right off the wall. And the rest of the repair was pretty straightforward. This is a high quality valve. It's like top of the line stuff. There you go. You see I'm lifting that cover right off, and careful not to scratch it. I'm going to place it on the floor. I kept everything in order as like how I took it off. I lined it up on the floor. Now this next shot here, you're going to see right now where the target comes up, it's the shut off. There's actually shut off service valves. That's the shut off for the hot. On the exact opposite side is the shut off for the cold. And you'll shut those off, and then you'll be able to take the inside of the valve apart without worrying about water shooting all over it and without shutting the whole house off. Okay, so here we go with some actual video here. I'm taking off that last center nut right before I take the cover off. And there's that square rod I was talking about that comes right out. Here we go, we're taking that cover right off. Now you're going to need an Allen key again to take these two shaft extensions off. And there's like one Allen key on a little lock nut on each one with an Allen key. And loosen them up and take them off. Now that is the cover that holds the thermo cartridge on. And again, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty with your channel locks. It's not that difficult. And there's the old plastic thermo cartridge there. That's the way it looks. You take it out with like a needle nose, twisting counterclockwise and pulling. That's the quarter turn ceramic cartridge that goes in the top lever control. And you'll see the shiny one is in there now. I've replaced it. And I used 11/16 socket. That's the bottom one for the second shower head. There's the first shower head for the top. And the second shower head is controlled by the bottom. But only the top one was leaking. And we replaced it there. It's a quarter turn. That's actually a ghroe that I replaced it with, but it was exactly the same as the Eurotherm. The manufacturers often use the same parts in different manufacturers. Okay, so there's the 11/16 socket and the 3/4 drive that fit perfectly. on that quarter-turn ceramic disc cartridge. Now we're putting it back together. Everything's done. And assembly is exact reversal of disassembly. We put those 2 extension shafts on the quarter turns, then we put the cover plate on, and then we started assembling the cover plate. Exactly, had everything lined up on the floor, and we just put everything back in an exact opposite as the way we took it out. Actually, you see I put that square one in too soon, and now I took it out, and I'm putting the nut on first. And then I'm going to give it like a quarter turn with the adjustable wrench. And I'm doing everything one-handed because I'm holding the camera with the other hand. So there you go, quarter turn with the adjustable wrench. Careful not to scratch anything. This is expensive stuff we're working on here. Imported marble tile walls and everything. Now that square one's going to go in, and you just twist it until it seats itself. There we go, and it seats right in there. Perfect. Next up is replacing. Now that's the temperature indicator with the red button on it. And what I'm going to do first is take the small adjustable wrench, and I'm going to turn the temperature knob in full range of motion from all the way cold to all the way hot, so I can kind of index in my head that I'm going to put it like all the way cold, and then I'm going to back off like 10 to 15 degrees. Then I'm going to put the index knob on in relation to like where I imagine, watch, I go all the way cold and I back off like at that 50-degree mark, and I go all the way hot just to check it, and I come back to that 50-degree mark that's on that gray plastic, okay? See it? At the 50. Now I'm going to take that plastic thing, and I'm going to put it on so that the index is at the 50. And then we put the escutcheon back on, the cross handle, tighten up the Allen keys, and check for leaks. And then of course, I went back and I checked the full range of temperature just to make sure that the hot and cold were working. And don't forget to turn those shutoffs in the wall back on. And make any adjustments you have to the temperature range at this point, and then you're done. It was a pretty simple job. And just going back for a second here, I'm going to put on that cross knob, and I've already indexed with the adjustable wrench my temperature range, and I'm putting on that gray plastic with the red button first, and I have it indexed at that 50 degree where I had the adjustable wrench sit. Next we're going to put on the cross knob. First a little escutcheon, that little chrome escutcheon goes. And like I said, as I took it apart, I lined everything up so I would just reverse it to go back together. There's the escutcheon, there goes the cross knob. We're just going to snug it up a half a turn with the Allen key. Now go on the little control knobs. Now these, for the quarter turn cartridges, if you notice, they're in the off position now. And I have them indexed like horizontally across, so that when it's on, it's straight up, like pointing at the shower head. That way the lady would know if it was on or off, just by looking at it. And the bottom one, again, I put horizontally, but the other direction, to give it a symmetrical look. And when that would be straight down, the second shower head would be on. And there's just a little button at the end that threads onto the end to hold that on. It's no wrench or anything. That was all finger tight stuff. And again, if they are stuck, they might be a little corroded and rusty if you take it apart. Be really careful. Wrap the little wrench up with some electrical tape so you don't scratch the finish. Now we're going to step out, and we're going to check the water flow. Get some of my tools off the floor there, pick the camera up. Going to check the water flow, and then I'm going to range throughout the temperature range with the cross knob, and at the same time checking that indeed at specific temperatures like 70 and 80 that the hot water starts coming on, and 90 and 100 it's a comfortable level, and at the point like 105 where you have to push the red button in, it's just a little too hot for comfort, but it does range up to like 120. And it is a pretty accurate little temperature control knob, I will say. And as I was running it through its range, I could hear in the wall the water flow in the different pipes, so I actually knew it was working because I could hear, like, in the lower temperature range, like there would be just like cold, and then when you hit like 75, boom, the hot water pipe started running. It made a little different noise and stuff. Now I'm shutting off the number 1 shower head and then checking number 2 shower head. Although I didn't service the number 2 shower head, I just wanted to make sure that it was indeed working and it wasn't frozen up. And that's it. The job's done. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate and sub. When you give me a thumbs up or you sub to me, it helps move me up in the rankings. So other YouTube users, when they're searching for like repairs on these kind of things, I'll come up higher in the rankings and be able to help them. So thanks for watching.